Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Mistakes you should never make in business. We're going to begin in a few minutes. Hey, y'all. All righty. Good morning to you on this Tuesday morning. Now, we're going to get right into everything. So, want to come here and talk about mistakes. It was about 10 of them. We may not get all of them. There's maybe a couple of parts. But the reason why I want to talk about these mistakes because I don't think you guys are very realize that they are mistakes and they can stop you from launching your idea, growing a business, marketing, whatever you want to be, being successful in something that I know is so dear to you, and that is your business, right? Okay. Now, let me get my mic out here. Hey, over here. All righty, IG. Let's see. Now, no. Now, let me make sure that it's not in the way of, okay, it's not in the way of me recording. All right. Let me get all this other gook out of the way. All right. Now, first things first, let's do number one. The first mistake that you will make is ignoring your marketing research. Okay. Now, I know we think that we can get a LLC, get our EIN number, get that bank account, and how voila, we ready. We ready to go in business. But no, there's a little bit more that we have to do. Okay. You have to market your audience, your niche, meaning the people that's going to buy from you. So when you ignore this portion and do a thorough analysis and thorough research, guess what you're doing? You are missing all these opportunities that you can be directly, you can save money because you won't be spending money just out here just hoping and wishing and praying that you come up with the right audience. Businesses do it all the time. We got the Super Bowl coming up. They are going to be so strategic in their marketing because there's going to be so many eyeballs on that game till they've been getting ready for this last year, really, to be honest with you. But just to give you an example of something that if you don't do your market research, and I'm willing to bet you everyone that's paid money to be a part of the Super Bowl's marketing or commercial campaign, you know what they've done? They have gotten the analytics, the data from previous games and from previous events, and they've decided on will their target market or target audience be there at the Super Bowl, okay? Because everybody don't want to market to the Super Bowl. So when you're doing the market research, you are determining is your niche or your customer base going to be at this particular, in this particular space. What is it, your audience there? So don't ignore it. And marketing has so many layers to it, but I'm just going to give you a few of them today, just to talk about what things are. And then also knowing when you're marketing, that means running ads, that means getting out here letting people know about your business, that means coming up with plans and strategies of how you're going to be in front of the faces of your particular audience. And I'm going to tell you another thing about marketing research that is very important is you have to test the waters. You really have to see where your most traffic is going to come from. And I'll talk about this in another number number later. It's going to be, I think it's going to be probably around probably around number 8 that we'll be talking about this and more, being more specific about it, knowing your numbers, knowing the numbers of the people that are watching your, say for instance, if you're going live or if you are marketing in any kind of way, if you're sending out any kind of advertisement, knowing how many you sent out, who responded, knowing your analytics of everything you do. If you got a YouTube channel, if you got any kind of video going, you got TikTok, you got any other things like that's going on, you have to know exactly what those numbers are. Now, let's go into number 2, underestimating financial requirements. Okay. Now, with a business, there's going to be some out-of-pocket expenses for you. Now, like I said, there's specific tools that you're going to need to begin with. This is why Having a business plan is very important, and that's one of the numbers too. Having a business plan is extremely important. And this, when you're knowing what exactly is your operating expenses, what it's going to take you to get this thing up and running, or even could grow it if you're already in business, this is one of the mistakes that you made too, underestimating your financial requirements. So don't make these mistakes. And making sure that you separate your personal from your business is going to help you too. So where you can just kind of see all of that. Remember I told you writing, get that ink to paper, that's very important. Now the next one is going to lead me right into the main one that I always share with you guys, is overlooking a business plan. When you overlook a business plan, you are mistakenly not getting the details of what you want to do. You're mistakenly not being clear. You're mistakenly not being clear on your growth. And you're mistakenly doing this, if you don't do a plan, is you don't even know how you're going to operate this business. You don't know your standard of operating procedures, what is involved. Are you going to need employees? When will you, what's your annual growth that you want to do? What's your 2-year growth, your 3-year growth, at least up into 3 years? How will you structure this business? Will you be able to, and see, I'm going to tell you, when you miss out on this piece, this business plan piece, you know what you leave on the table? You leave on the table opportunities for grants. You leave on the table opportunities for contracts. They don't have to be major federal contracts. They can be government contracts. They can be smaller contracts. You leave all of this opportunity on the table when you don't do this. Number 3, you overlooking a business plan. Number 4, you neglecting your legal and tax obligations. Okay, let me tell you this. When you start a business, you would want to know, am I going to be selling something that's going to require me to have sales tax taken out? Am I going to be required? What is going to be my liability for, is my responsibility and liability for starting this business or growing the business? Meaning, am I doing my taxes quarterly? Meaning, am, am I taking, and do I have another bank account, business bank account, that's strictly for my taxes? So when I'm making money, when money is coming in my business, I'm at least taking 35% of that, what I make, and putting it in a separate account, just in case when tax time comes. I may have some left over, but I'm going to reserve and put this aside, because I'm going to be what? Responsible. I'm going to be structured. I'm going to be held accountable. I'm not going to neglect my legal and tax obligation. And I'm going to be in compliance to all the rules and the laws that goes along with the business that I have started. That means, back to number 1, too, researching and understanding your marketing strategies. Okay. And you don't want the penalties for tax. A lot of businesses I've known and I've heard, a lot of people have gotten in trouble when it comes down to, taxes, because they have not done these things that I said. But now I'm going to shorten this up, because I do have another appointment, and I see they just made it to the office here. Listen, we're going to go over the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the next 5. Okay, we're going to go over those. What, the next 6? We'll go over those later and another day. But just keep these few in mind, and we're going to talk about the other ones, so we can talk a little bit more. We're going to strategize about this, because I want you guys to be serious, starting off the gear right when it comes down to business. Because look, you guys have $1 million ideas. Don't treat this thing like a side hustle. Don't treat it like a business. Treat it like a business. All righty. All right. Now that's it. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay. Have a beautiful day.